Welcome back to Theme Park Wizard, and we have some breaking big news here. We're talking about Universal Studios Hollywood's future. So let's get right into it. So those of you that have been watching my channel know that I've been talking about a new permit for the tech services building. So on this permit, I didn't realize there was an attachment on it. So I looked at the permit, but I didn't realize there was an attachment. Attachment A. And in Attachment A, it showed us what the tech services building will look like. And it also told us what the future of Universal Studios Hollywood may be. So this is the tech services building. This is going to be built very, very soon. All permits are approved, just waiting for construction to begin. It's about a one-story building on the Z lot. This is across the way from the ET parking structure. This building will be complete in 2027. Scrolling down on the document is the more interesting portion of this video. That is the grand future map of the Embassy Evolution Plan for 2020, past 2013, but it's about a 25-year plan for the property of Universal Studios Hollywood. And we have our first update. It was 12 years, our first update in 12 years to this map, showing completed projects that are very imminent, and future phases of this project here, this specific plan. Before I go into it, I want to specify this is very, very conceptual. This is conceptual, so not everything here may be built. Things may change locations. Things have already changed locations since the first iteration back in 2013. Some things have not changed location, like Harry Potter was part of that, and that was built in the same location. The coaster in this map you can see is there, and the hotel is set in stone. But the things in the dotted lines, the things that don't have a name yet, those that can change locations or be canceled entirely. But where do you go? We're going to go based on this map, the very future of Universal Studios Hollywood, and some things that may be happening soon. So let's dive right into it. So let me break down the legend for you. T is for new attraction or tech building. O is for office. S is for studio space. P is for parking, and H is for hotel. So now we have the legend all ready to go. Let's kind of break down the map a little bit. Some things on this map are not labeled, like H1 and T2 are not labeled. H1 is not labeled because it's the hotel, it's the first hotel, shaded thing on the property there on the map. T2 is not labeled. I'm not entirely sure why, but maybe that is Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, attraction that did not open yet. But it's also on the map, so maybe that's why T2 is not on there. H1, though, let's start with the hotels. H1 is the second 500-room hotel, and it looks like the spot for that will be the current Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift staging area. It's on a Universal Hollywood Drive by the new Universal campus and by Frankenstein parking structure. You can see on the map there. It'll be a new underground parking structure called hotel parking. There it's P14, and then H1, H2, which will be the second hotel of 500 rooms. No start. By the way, none of these things have start dates or anything. These are just, again, a conceptual plan for things could go in the next site plan update here. So that is where the second hotel will be going, at least in this latest update of the plan. Now let's go to some of the parking spots. There's parking all over, but there's more. The more interesting parking is the extension to the Curious George parking structure. Looks like there'll be a new parking structure or an extension to the parking structure there on the H lot. So again, not a new hotel there, but an extension of the parking structure. You'll have a couple of hotel parking, some studio parking on the lower lot, not where the attractions are, but like right where the front lot is, where you can see it was borders Lancashire Drive. There's some new parking structures there, and some undetermined parking elsewhere across the property. But what's also very interesting is, I think, P14, not P14, but P4 or something. I'm not looking at the map right now as I'm doing this voiceover, but there's a big parking area, P something, labeled next to the Central Security Hub. Now that is going to be a new bus transportation plaza. It'll include the VIP parking, bus parking, and more. Basically, everything that is where the front gate parking is now will be moved over to the Woodywood parking lot area, or that central Woodywood parking lot area, when the hotel is built and the security area is done, which I've been telling you guys for the past few months, but nice to see it here on a map. So that's pretty cool. But there's also something interesting with the carrier storage parking structure. And the carrier storage parking structure, I think it's like P6 over there. It says new parking slash tram maintenance facility. So it'll be a tram area over there. So the Studio Tour relocation is not going to the lower lot because the Studio Tour relocation area or maintenance area is going to move just a few hundred feet into the new parking structure, which is at the bottom of the parking structure. Is very interesting because I imagine that may be a smaller space, or who knows how big the parking structure is going to be. But it's very interesting. It's going to be on the upper lot, and there's some other signals that the Studio Tour could be a potential upcharge attraction, like was rumored in surveys a few years ago. And we'll get to those when we talk about attractions. And speaking of attractions, let's talk CityWalk first, and then let's talk attractions. Over in CityWalk, there's C4, which is not labeled, and that's miscellaneous CityWalk improvements, like what we're seeing now with the Slice House and the Mr. Barbecue and the CityWalk Pop, all that good stuff. That's C4 basically. I think that's why it's not labeled, because it's just various new restaurants and stores and improvements. But C3 is very interesting. This is where iFly once was, and there's going to be security area there. But in the next to there, Margaritaville, or next to the security area, will be a new and a future destination venue. Now this could be the amphitheater. It says somewhere else on this map that 500-seat amphitheater or theater is coming. So this could be a new amphitheater for CityWalk and the C3 area, which would be pretty cool. It'll be a return of like the Greek theater, a return of a nice event space. Again, for people to do. When they go to the hotel, they can go to the event space, and the locals can come here. But really, prop up CityWalk is a destination spot, so that's very exciting. For, again, no timeline, but looks like in that iFly spot or next to the new Eastern Security Hub will be that new event space, or destination event space, as they call it. So that is something to watch for sure. And quickly, before we go into attractions, I want to mention in the office area, right by Lancashire, there'll be 2 new office buildings, 12 and 14 stories, according to the site plan. So that's pretty tall. I mean, you'll be able to see those from, maybe not Super Nintendo World, but certainly from the lower lot. So again, get ready for some more sightline discussions, because yeah, some more office towers are coming to Universal the lot. And even though they'll be right on Lancashire, they will certainly be visible from the Starway and from certain attractions on the lower lot. Okay, so for attractions, this one gets interesting. There'll be a total of 5 new attractions coming to the park, at least outlined in this conceptual plan here. 3 of the attractions will be for the Studio Tour, and 2 will be theme park attractions. They specify this on the legend by saying new theme park attraction and just new attraction. Stuff that says new attraction will be on the Studio Tour, and stuff that says new theme park attraction will be on the theme park. So let's start with the Studio Tour. A couple things are coming to the back lot, like the former Fast and Furious Extreme close-up area will be host to a new tram experience, which is awesome. King Kong is still there. Fast and Furious Supercharged is still there as well, which is very interesting, but I don't think the building will be used. And then, in the area where all those trees are marked, I mean, a lot of these things are in the area where the trees are marked. Looks like a new show building for a new Studio Tour attraction, T6, I think is over in that area, and that's kind of in that mountain. They'll probably terraform the mountain and put a new Studio Tour attraction there. So that's, I guess, what the tree project, or part of what the tree project is for. And the last Studio Tour attraction, T11, seems to be on the Studio Tour maintenance area right now. Yeah, the Studio Tour maintenance building is going to be a new Studio Tour attraction. Maybe that'll be the grand finale, or maybe the load unload for that area. And there's also some new attractions on the Studio Tour Plaza. So on the plot where it says T5 and T11, T5 is going to be like a small, tech services building. It'll be like maybe some essential tech services stuff that's going to be there. But T11 says new attraction now. T11 is not on a Studio Tour Plaza, it looks like, or it looks like somewhere near the Studio Tour load area, or maybe the maintenance facility somewhere over there as well. It looks like the Studio Tour Plaza may be staying. I don't know. It's hard to tell from this map. But yeah, so a new attraction will be going around that area. Again, the maintenance shed will be relocated to the carry storage parking structure there too. And then the last new attraction is very interesting. The biggest one, it's on top of WaterWorld. That's right. T3, that's the biggie. T3 includes, it says, new theme park attraction with food and beverage, or maybe like a little mini land or new land in this area for the WaterWorld area. Again, don't know what it could be or what it is, or what they probably don't even know what it is, or they probably do, but they're maybe changing their minds. Who knows? But it looks like WaterWorld could be retired in the not too distant future, and maybe 5 to 10 year future, for a new theme park land. Whether it's a Harry Potter expansion or something brand new, just like mini land, maybe a Jaws mini land, who knows? But some new mini land is coming to the WaterWorld spot. Now this is very interesting for the studio space because there's various studio structures being built or supposed to be built. One of them very soon because there's a new permit for the WaterWorld, or sorry, it says Psychopath Grading Project, and that includes WaterWorld. They're going to be grading an area by the Psycho House and putting some studio production facility over there. That includes demolishing Waterworld. Or sorry, I keep saying Waterworld, but War of the Worlds. There you go. So that permit was filed today, or in the pipeline to be probably posted online tomorrow, but it was filed last week. So that War of the Worlds on the studio tour could be demolished pretty soon for that one. Now, there's some other studio spots like a new rehearsal hall and new film vault that's going to go on the, or proposed at least, to go on the, what we thought was going to be a lower lot expansion, which is those sound stages by the Mummy, which is very, very interesting. So it looks like maybe that won't be an expansion pad at all. Falls Lake is also not touched in this plan as well. So I'm very, very curious what is going to go on there. If, again, it's all conceptual, so something could certainly change. No, maybe it's just these are just ideas, but as of right now, in this plan, the lower lot sound stages and the Falls Lake area are not expected to be touched, at least in the next, I say, 5 to 10 years. So, what do you think of these new expansion plans? Let me know in the comments below. Stay tuned to the channel and subscribe for more information, as I'll be on the ground covering the construction updates, but also, as if you know me already, I'll be covering all the permits in each weekly update that I find, and we'll be watching this evolution of the park together. I can't wait to see things like the hotel, which is confirmed now times 5. Like it's like the 5th time it's been confirmed, was on the plans now, so that's good. Hopefully it starts construction soon. It's been approved since November, so hopefully that starts construction soon. The new tech services building, I'll be, if you watched my update from yesterday, you'll know that I will be starting to watch that spot for construction, and again, all the way through 2027. And yeah, we have some new attractions and new stuff coming to CityWalk, so it should be pretty good stuff. So what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments below. How do you feel about WaterWorld potentially going? How do you feel about Falls Lake and the lower lot not getting maybe the expansions we once thought they were? And also, how do you feel about the studio tour maybe becoming an upcharge experience with a new entrance in the CityWalk Curious George Plaza? Parking structure? We'll have to see. Let me know about all that in the comments below. Subscribe to my YouTube. Check out me on my socials, Instagram, TikTok, Patreon, all that good stuff. And stay magical, stay curious, and I'll see you at the parks.